Bye!
Hey everybody, it's Mildly Otaku and welcome to the Waifu Review, an all-new series on my channel where I'll be reviewing your waifus. And if you're interested in the backstory of this series, it's in the description below. We also got a new lighting setup, so it's pretty neat. You know, brings me from like a 4 to like a 5. For the pilot episode, we're looking at Hatsume Mei. That's right. Everyone's always talking about Ochako, Tsuyu, Kiribaku, and Toga, but what about my homegirl Mei? I mean, she's got a lot of great qualities to her character that makes her not only an excellent support character, but also a blast to be around. Now, unfortunately, she hasn't had that much screen time being a side character and all that, but the few instances she's on screen, she absolutely steals it with her charisma and fiery passion for her inventions, or babies as she calls them. We could make some of our own too. Let's just get a quick refresher on the basic facts. Currently, she's studying the support department at UA High School, and their course is all about creating gear for heroes, such as armor, weapons, mobility enhancers. So technically, you don't need a quirk to be in the non-hero programs of UA, but she's got an interesting quirk that allows her to see things about like 5 kilometers away, and in burger units, that's a little bit over 3 miles. That's super cool, and I'll get into why later. So an interesting fact about her is that she's originally intended to be a guy, but Horikoshi decided to change her into a girl. But honestly, I think that was a good call. I mean, you got another character to join the ranks of best girls of Hero Academia. I mean, that's brilliant. Also, even though there's no romance between her and Deku, her disregard or just ignorance of this idea called personal space is just hilarious and causes Ochako to occasionally become jealous and freak out. Maybe that's Deku's quirk. The great thing about her personality is that she's a go-getter. She's just hyper-focused on her goals and shameless on her path to accomplishing them. For instance, her fight with Ida was a great example of her attitude. She takes advantage of the situation to deck Ida out with her gear and then leads him on a wild goose chase all over the ring while narrating the device's capabilities to the support companies watching. So after she's finished, she basically steps out of the ring and forfeits because her job was done. While a number of her experiments have been failures, she's never let that get in her way. Even Power Loader hasn't seen someone as passionate and driven as Mei, and he's even confident in saying that they'll be calling on her to help them with support items after they become pro heroes. So why do I personally like her character? Well, if they're gonna be waifu material, man, finding them attractive isn't the only prerequisite. I mean, they gotta mesh with your life in some way. So one of the first ones is obviously her capabilities as an inventor and someone mechanically minded. I mean, she's shown to be a genius and dedicated inventor, so if you love working on cars or building computers, or anything like that, she'd be a great companion. I mean, it's been a long time dream of mine to be able to build a race car in my garage, so someone like her would be awesome. Another thing is her quirk. I'd like to be able to get into like long range marksmanship stuff, so her quirk would be perfect for being a spotter. I mean, she would even need a spotting scope with her eye ability and all that, and along with her intellect, she'd be able to make calculations instantly. A thing people might not know about spotters is that they're usually the most experienced of the team, so this stuff would probably be like a cakewalk for her. Mei is also very straightforward, so you don't need to get into those stereotypical, but you're supposed to know kind of moments in relationships. I mean, she wouldn't expect you to have a mind-reading quirk to understand what she wants or needs. I mean, she'll make it known. So there's also potential downsides as well. I mean, she's portrayed to be extremely obsessed with inventing, so you might fall to the wayside if you don't have similar interests. It's kind of like how some guys just disappear into their man cave or garage for several hours at a time, but in reverse this time. So if you decide to put a ring on it, you might find yourself living the plot of Flubber. So this concludes the first episode of the Waifu Review. Do you like Hatsume Mei? Who's your favorite character of My Hero Academia? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always friends, thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Sweet.